Okay, so this, as I keep saying, this was not in the anime, nor is it in the second game. It's kind of in between. So the setup for this is that, um, for a reason that I'm not going to explain, because I want you guys to kind of have something to look forward to in the manga still. Um, for a reason that I'm not going to explain, Tetsuya is on the run. He's going across like all of Japan, just trying to escape this one guy. Um, and in his travels, he winds up on this boat that uh, I think it came from China, and it's like making its way around Japan. And on this, they have a bunch of these guys who are like sailors, and they're trying, and they're like extorting all of their passengers, like who have debts. Like they're uh, making sure that like the people that have debts to them. Like I'm not entirely sure how they get these debts, but they just do. They just have them, and basically. Tetsuya wanders upon this, and like the guys who have these debts, by the way, have to play them in a game of mahjong because they're Chinese, and you know that's the only that's like the number one game in China, whereas it's not as popular. Like it's still really mega popular in Japan, but it's not as popular. But in China, like they have, it's amazingly popular. So they have to play this guy in a game of mahjong in order to erase their debts, and if they lose, then their debts multiply, and they end up like being servants on this ship until their debts are paid off. And to this day, no one has beaten this guy. No one has ever cleared their debts, which is where Tetsuya comes in. And they don't explain it really well here. Like they kind of just leave out a ton of it. But there's this girl that Tetsuya meets on the ship that like that's trying to commit suicide because she doesn't want, like she's bad at mahjong and she doesn't want to play because she knows for a fact that she's going to become a servant. So she tries to commit suicide by jumping off the side of the ship, and Tetsuya stops her and says, you still have a lot to live for. Like he doesn't know that for sure, but he says you still have a lot to live for, so don't jump. And like so this girl trusts him because of that, and so she asks him to take on her debts and play for her in a game of mahjong against the captain of this ship, whose name I think it's Shao Long. I think that's his name. I'm not totally sure. I think it might be Shanglon or something. It's a Chinese name that means like little dragon. But yeah, they leave aside the entire backstory with the girl in this telling of the story, and they just say, oh, like there's a bunch of debtors here. Oh, well, I'll play you for some reason, you know. But I just tell you about the girl just so like there's some backstory that like so you'll understand what's going on here. And for some reason they play Chinese mahjong. I don't even know why. And also there's no smoking to be allowed in this room because there's gunpowder all around them. So if they happen to like light it on fuse, the whole ship's going down. So kind of a dangerous place to play mahjong, but whatever. And Shanglon says something a little bit strange before they start. He says, I aim for Ryuu Ii Sou every single round. and Tetsuya's like, wait, what? What the hell? Are you bluffing? What's going on here? And so we begin. So yeah, he does indeed aim for Ryuu Ii Sou every single hand, and he actually is pretty good at it. He gets a lot of the green tiles. And I'm just gonna, like before I asked you like what do you think like Kondo's strategy is, because it was actually explained, but here it's never really explained how he gets all these Ryuu Ii Sou hands. He's just lucky, I guess. Because there's a dragon in his name, he gets all the green dragons, is kind of the extent of the explanation. So, but nonetheless, it should be pretty interesting for you guys to see how I fight against someone who gets Ryuu Ii Sou after Ryuu Ii Sou. Or so, I believe. So, I can't do much right now. Guess I'll use this one to start. And there's Shao Long, there's me, and then there's Chinese person A and Chinese person B. That's the literal translation, word for word translation. Chinese person A and Chinese person B. So yeah. Okay, normally I wouldn't expect to get this many Sozu in my hand against this guy, because he usually sucks them all in. So it's kind of a rarity to have this many Sozu in my hand, but I hold no hope for getting the 6th So at any point. Because it's just not very likely, to make a long story short. Okay, I'm gonna use the... I actually, because I've used this ability, I actually am gonna get one of those 6 So's here. Okay. Okay, I need the... Oh, I should have used it again to get the 8 ping, but I wasn't thinking. Okay, not much else we can do. Okay, I'm kind of afraid that this guy's gonna make his Ryuu Ii Sou before I can even put together a hand. Like, there's a lot of green tiles out, I've noticed, like more than there'd usually be. Okay. So I need a 6 mod.
Reach.
Is there any 6 mod in my near future? Okay, yeah, there's one. Not seeing any green tiles from him so far. Okay, there's one. There's a Sozu. He's probably close then. But for now, because I'm a jerk and I don't want you to see it, I'm going to just go ahead and sumo.
Sumo. Reach. Sumo. Doraichi.
Okay. So now this is his dealer turn. And this is exceptionally dangerous because his Ryuu Ii Sou would be worth 1.5 times more. And he doesn't stack his wall. So we can't negate his wall stacking with that ability that we always use. So the best... So usually what I do is I use this Fampai thing and hope that I stack like a triplet of Green Dragon, a triplet of the Hatsu, so I know where it is. As was not the case there. Okay, we have no green tiles, which is kind of unnerving. And when I say green tiles, I mean tiles that are entirely green, like for Ryuu Ii Sou. I don't mean like bamboos. Okay, played an honor tile, which is kind of a bit depressing. Because it means it's getting close. At least he didn't pwn on that green dragon, that Hatsu. Like, I'm calling it the green dragon because that's what they like call it in the manga. They actually refer to it as Midori Ryu, I think, because it's kind of the theme of that arc. That this guy's kind of like a dragon. Okay, this is actually looking pretty good. Okay, and he's got 3 useless draws coming to him because I stacked. Like, he's already played a tone, so he's going to play the other 2 as well, pretty sure. So I've got 2 more turns to make something happen with this.
Oh!
Oh! Yeah, look at that. Oh man, if I'd played the 6 so I would have been dead from the very get-go. Like in the manga, he never settles for anything less than Ryuu Ii Sou. But here, I guess he's okay with Sozu Honitsu. I don't know, let's do that again. It kind of helped a little bit last round. Okay, that's not the Hatsu, which is not the best development, but it's fine. No green tiles. There's a green tile. Let's get rid of it immediately. So we can't pwn it. Or even roan it later on. Okay, I'm gonna use the 3 tile draw here to to speed things up a little bit. Ooh, I got some green tiles there. Okay. That's gonna slow him down a little bit, I think. I'm in Tempai as well, and I have a number of different weights. Like if I draw any of these 5 tiles, I can win. Or someone plays the 1 mon. Dude, did this dude stack his wall? Because like this guy has been drawing nothing but useless Monzu tiles. There's another green tile. That's bad. Yeah, and he's played a green tile, so he's definitely in Tempai, like without a doubt. So playing this would be beyond reckless. So let's just store it. Well, that's fine. It stopped his dealer turn at least. Like when I used his ability, like when I played as this guy, like messing up the draw order kind of screwed things up. So I think if I do this, I'm gonna get a bunch of green tiles. Like that's the theory. It may not work when I'm playing against a computer.
Reach.
Oh, and oh my god, the Hatsu's the Dora. That's dangerous against this guy. Ooh, please pass. Okay. I didn't think he was in Tempai yet, so... Oh, what am I doing? Come back to me, please. Okay, thank you.
Reach. Pinfu. Tanyao.
That was embarrassing. I just gave up on a win. Unintentionally. Okay. Like, there's no reason to go easy on this guy because in a couple of seconds he can just turn everything around with his Ryuu Ii Sou. Like, he's probably the hardest opponent in this game, like the hardest computer opponent to beat. So I'm not going to have any holds barred against him. I'm going to go all out from the beginning. I try and stay silent when people are reading out their Yaku, because I noticed when I was like editing the highlights video that my voice kind of overpowered them, and you couldn't tell what either of us were saying, either me or the character. So, well, yeah, let's break out some Dorabaku. Okay, we got 4 of them. We got 4 of the 4s. Oh, and they're also green tiles, so that's gonna make things more difficult for our buddy across from us. Tose! Okay, he didn't pawn. That was what I was afraid of. Okay. Okay. I don't know, I'm just really used... Oh, that's right, I stacked. Okay, I stacked an Urador there. Oh, that's right. Okay. Like, I guess I'm just really used to playing against this guy. Like, the first time I played him, I thought he was just, like, the same as Tetsuya, I thought that he was just bluffing about the Ryuu Ii Sou. And I didn't believe. Like, I just kind of played normally, and he creamed me. And then the second time when I knew he was doing it, he still creamed me because I wasn't using the correct strategy. But basically the strategy is to get rid of your green tiles as soon as possible, and if you draw any new ones near the mid-game, handle them with extreme care. Oh! Okay, I'm lucky that wasn't a Ryuu Ii Sou. But still. Okay, it was already the mid-game, so I betrayed my own strategy. Oh god. I was afraid of that. Oh my god, look. Why did I play that? There's so many Sozu tiles in his discards. Okay, I'm just gonna have to fold. I can't afford to deal in. Oh my god, now it's a green tile. Yeah, this 3 Sou is an absolute out of the question. Absolutely out of the question. Did he get it? Did he get one? Yes, he did. Oh, God. Okay. He's one more Ryuu Ii Sou from catching up with me. I'd actually prefer for that guy to win. I can't really read what he needs right now, but if possible, I'd like him to win. Oh god, Sozu tiles are coming out already. Let me boost my luck a little bit here. It's pretty low. Yeah, he's coming pretty close to Ryuu Ii Sou, I can tell.
Boom.
Good, good, good. Okay. What does he need? Probably Sozu, but I don't want to play any Sozu. I guess I could play the 7 and 9. Might need Pinzu as well. Okay, I can follow him into Tempai. I'm not gonna reach in case I draw a green tile that I can't use. Like, I'm waiting on 2 green tiles, but if I draw like the 8 or the 2 or the Hatsu, I don't want to have to do what I draw. Okay.
Lom. Tanyao, Sanshiki.
Like, every time it's this guy's dealer turn, my heart just like bunches up because I'm so scared. Yeah, if I use like something like the Ryuu Ii Sou tile stacking thing that I have over here, like, I wouldn't have it at this point, but just saying, like, what I've found is that like the dice roll in such a way that he gets most of them. So it doesn't really help to use that, even though it might seem like that would like take them away from him.
Lom.
Okay, that's fine.
Tanyao nomi.
Oh, I didn't even use my semi-gunpei there at all.
Ikuze.
Like, sometimes I just forget I use it. Okay, I don't want to win here actually, because okay, this is the problem though. Like, if I don't win, he might get a Ryuu Ii Sou. But if I do win, we'll just keep going until I don't win. So it's kind of like a double bind situation here. I guess I think I'd have dice on again, Sumi. Like, if I did that, then for sure I would know where all 3 of the Hatsu are. So that would at least help. So I'm gonna do that. Using this ability defensively. Okay, and since I'm the dealer, it shouldn't break into my wall or anything. Okay, so I just need to make sure that he does not draw those 3 Hatsu that I have stacked there. And make my way to a draw in no 10.
Home.
Or have this guy win, that's fine too. Okay. I'm just gonna store up all my... Like, there's a small chance that he might pwn if I let him have any of these green tiles, so I'm just gonna store him up.
Key.
Cannot let him have any Sozu at all. Okay, now we're coming to the dangerous part, the green tiles. So I'm actually gonna, like, there's a small chance that he might like have a single weight on the green dragon. So I'm actually gonna grab this up and store it in my hand. I don't think I can do the same for this one though. Maybe I can. Yeah.
Chi.
Uh-oh. Okay, he's going for Sozu Honitsu. That shouldn't be enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's over now, because, like, he can't come back now without a Ryuu Ii Sou. I'm still not going to give him any green tiles, though. Or any Sozu, even. Because with enough Dora... Well, can't have any Dora. But... something could go wrong, you never know. Okay. He wasn't even a Tenpai, so no worries. Okay. That went well. I was expecting that to be more of a challenge, but yeah, usually he puts up a huge fight and it's crazy difficult to beat. But I guess I've just gotten used to fighting against him and I'm pretty good at it now. Because I know all of his tricks and I know how to counter them. And once you know how to counter them, like, it's pretty pretty easy to beat him. Like, because he's kind of a one-trick pony. He can only go for Sozuhonitsu hands. So. Okay, so. Alright, that's where I'm going to end the stream for today, because the next scenario is into the second game, like that I want to, like, hold off on till later. So, I think that's all I'm going to do for Tetsuya Digest. And for the time being, I don't know, I might, like, do some, like, challenges or something. Like, beat the Yakuman Kombi, like the guys who always stack Yakumans where they're gonna draw them, like beat them without Tsubamegaishi or negating their tile stacking, like challenges like that. But for right now, I'm gonna end the stream. See you later.